Hello, hello! Perfidious Pete here, applying a little salve to the lacerations I sustained last episode, serving as Optimus Prime's whipping boy in XCOM 2. Not really, though. The team actually kicked the shit out of the council mission upon which Optimus Prime dispatched them last episode. It was pretty one-sided win for XCOM. But I say whipping boy because, you know, like it or not, we're all destined to be Optimus Prime's whipping boy come June. That, of course, is when Transformers: The Last Knight hits theaters, and you know what? As a culture, I think we're all obligated to go see that movie. Obligated. Not because it will be good, or because it will even be watchable, or because it will be even slightly better than an eye-searing abomination unto God. No, none of those things are true. It will be worse than all of that. The reason we should all go see it is because actions have to have consequences, damn it. And it's time for us all to reap what we have sown. Every single one of us who have silently borne witness to the horrors that have been Michael Bay's Transformers movie, every man jack of us who has quietly subsidized his multi-billion-dollar film empire and bought a ticket or purchased a DVD or even just passively not turned the channel when that came on, we deserve what we're gonna get with The Last Knight. We deserve it. It's gonna be the cinematic equivalent of a fresh pile of dog shit on the living room rug, and you know what? Our noses, they need to be rubbed in that fresh pile. It's gross, it may give us dysentery, but it's the only way we're ever going to learn. So this June, when it hits theaters, I urge you, go witness Transformers: The Last Knight and abide that which you have wrought. And I'll be out there among you. I'm no better. I'm not saying I'm better than anybody else. I'm absolutely not. I am equally a part of the problem, and I'm going to go take my medicine. You go take yours too. We deserve this. As you're watching that film, the eye-searing awful as it boils into your face, just remember, you deserve it. You deserve it. Speaking of things that are deserved, Terry Hogan here deserves a little retraining because we sort of screwed up his abilities being unaware that Salvo was in our skill train, and we took Traverse Shot, which doesn't really couple well with Salvo, especially for a Grenadier. I kind of think Traverse Shot is not a great ability for a Grenadier. If they didn't have Salvo, sure, but since they do, they don't really need it. A burning convoy is going to increase our region income. Don't ask me how. I'm not really sure what setting a cavalcade of vehicles on fire would do to increase region income. I guess maybe in the short term, like if JFK was in the cavalcade and you set fire to it, there would be a small influx for the regional income in the immediate future while they, investigated the crime and whatnot, but that's gotta fade, and then you have a stigma that's gonna last forever. Not really sure that's a great idea.
Avenger plotting new course.
Let's go hit this supply drop, get these knocked out. It's gonna take 3 days, and then I think we circle back and go and pick up that new soldier. There's a Special Forces operative down there, and old Perfidious Pete. Well, I got a thing for men and ladies in uniform. You guys wearing a green beret down there, it's so kinky. I just, I don't know what it's all about. Man in uniform hits Pete right in the feels. I'm a softie. What can I say?
Commander, we're making progress piecing
What's up,
this
Lily?
thing back together, but it hasn't been pretty.
Yeah, what are you going to explode today? That's the question. What kind of... Here's my question about Dr. Tigan and Lily Shen here.
I assure you,
We routinely have them do research into things that should be dangerous. Plasma grenades, mimic beacons, other varieties of volatile chemicals and explosives. None of those things ever seems to produce a catastrophic failure. We've had them develop actual plasma weaponry designed to explode and immolate foes and pierce them with shrapnel. And what's the worst that we've ever had happen when testing one of those devices? We took a plasma rifle down and shot a paper target of a sectoid, and yeah, it blew up and made some confetti everywhere. Fine, that's the worst outcome we've had with a weapon designed for destruction. But every time we let Lily and Dr. Tigan here try to do any actual research or scientific discovery, things that should not explode, every single time we do that, they explode.
Overriding my safety.
Maybe kick the plug, though, Lily.
Tigan, sever the connection.
Plug's right there. You can either one of you just kick it. That's fine, just... Also, why is there suddenly blood all over the walls?
Some sort of
And how were the two of you not completely lacerated by a shred storm of flying glass right there? I'm a little confused. There's blood all over the walls, glass everywhere. Neither one of you appears to be harmed in the slightest.
That's an enormous amount of data.
It's also enormously suspicious, Lily. What's that black shit all over the walls?
I don't think we're
Is
gonna
that
be able to do
Codex poop? Did her entrails explode and splatter the walls with
I'll
feces?
proceed with the necessary research and preparation. With your
Yeah, fine, Dr. Tigan, you go ahead and do that. I'll go hijack one of our idle engineers, I guess, and get him in here with a shovel and a broom to clean up the mess you two made.
I just hope it
Spent
was
all their
worth it.
time clearing out all that debris for largely no reason, and now what do? Once the debris is clear, we give them another shovel, throw them back down in here, and be like, hey, by the way, Tigan and Lily made a mess. Can you guys clean it up?
Commander,
Sorry.
the shadow chamber is up and running. All we have to do now is put it to use.
I'm keeping tabs.
It's not up and running, because you and Tigan just blew up half of it up, Lily. It's going to be down for a few days while we work on reconstructing, if nothing else, that glass containment facility.
In an almost constant state of flux, seemingly only present in our world for milliseconds at a time.
Huh.
However,
How come
was
they always
apparently
look
not
like
immune
if
to
they're in a
the
constant
effects
state of flux? They always
conventional
look like the
weaponry,
same hot
having
chick in a yellow
dissipated before
unitard.
leaving behind
Can you explain that
this
to me, Dr.
object.
Tigan? I'm very curious as to what the explanation could possibly be. Well, let's get a new shadow project up. Dr. Tigan, Lily, they're not happy unless they've got something to explode. I guess we'll work on this black site vial. How could that possibly explode? It's just a container full of fluid. Oh, what if the fluid contained therein, Pete, is somehow explosive in nature? I assume they would have already set it off then. By now, they would have blown it up already. Codex brain coordinates, yeah, we'll get to that eventually, but I'm definitely not doing that right now. I'm gonna finish getting this supply drop, and then I'm gonna go see about my handsome Special Forces operative. Dolly Parton has learned how to make people insane. I'm guessing she's just gonna do a duet with Kenny Rogers. That'll do the trick pretty much 100% of the time. Shouldn't we be picking a new ability for her? Oh, I guess not. Wait, no, don't we get to pick a new ability? Are you still training, Dolly? Shouldn't we? This is the Shadow Chamber, which is definitely not where I needed to be. Let's go down to the Psi Lab. Oh, she's not. Why did you stop training, Dolly? Get back in here and keep training. 19 days for Void Rift, and that ability is fantastic. Soulfire is also quite good. Fuse is straight up garbage, though, so we're going to go ahead and take Void Rift because that ability is amazing. And then we will get back up here and get back to work, getting these supplies, and then I'm going to go romance a handsome soldier. No, I don't want to fly back to Resistance HQ, and I don't care about your new staff. What do I care about? Romance.
Plotting new course.
I am going to make sweet love to a Green Beret. And yes, while they're wearing the Green Beret, you don't make sweet love to a Green Beret without the hat on. That's just, why even bother? If they're not going to wear the hat, what the hell is the point? So we've got another landed UFO. Okay. This is like the second landed UFO we've had in a little while. We don't need the alloys or Illyrium. I'm confused. Why we're getting so many of these. Operation Hell Wheel. Hell on Wheels. The Halle Berry story. Advent Officer, so we got an Advent Grenadier, an Archon, a Viper Elite, a Sectopod, Andromedon, a Mech Longbow. You're new. I don't think we've encountered a Longbow before. Or is that one of the little green guys that we mind-controlled last episode? Maybe. And a Chrysalid Soldier, which is the 24 health Chrysalid, I believe. Overall, not an overwhelming level of opposition. We're going to be able to take out that Sectopod pretty easily. Old Willie Schatz can drop those guys in basically one round of his own doing now. Just a regular shot with the old chain gun, followed by a little chain shot, and those guys usually go down like bitches. So, who are we going to do on this mission? Well, Danny DeVito, I appreciate your gung-ho eagerness. Get the hell off of my mission. Demi Moore is fine. Morgan Freeman, the Great One, is sorted. Bruce Willis is looking solid. Willie Schatz, are you supposed to be carrying a plasma grenade? I don't see any harm in it, I guess, necessarily. You do have your armor-piercing ammo, which is really all we care about. So let's get... I think we just go with old Papa Bear Eastwood. We're going to want a Grenadier, but before we can do that, we do need to have old Papa Bear... We gotta handle something here real quick. Hey, Papa Bear. Didn't we loan your gun to Terry Hulk Hogan? I'm pretty sure we did. We're going to need that back. Yeah, there it is. Hey, Hogan, I got to borrow this. Sorry, I need that gun back. Thanks. Storm gun. I mean, I don't know why you guys always default back to a storm gun, but I suppose I'll allow it. Where's my Clint Eastwood? Clint? Papa Bear? There he is. Ah, old Poppy Pop himself. Let's give you an actual weapon here. Get your trusty plasma rifle with its advanced repeater and expanded magazine. That's got you back in action. This plasma grenade, that's got to go. That needs to be a frost bomb. Dragonfire rounds, plasma grenades in your regular explosive slot. The Papa Bear is out there ready to give delicious, deadly hugs to kids in need. Why is he hugging children, Pete? And why are the hugs deadly? I don't know. It just sounded cool. Wouldn't you want a deadly hug from Clint Eastwood? Blaster launcher. Okay. Blue screen rounds. Dame Judi Dench out to defend the Empire. Sun never sets and whatnot. And Sylvester Stallone, of course, with his patented gear. Yeah, you know, at this point, folks at the University of Phoenix have prepared me for success. The old Skulljack, a bit of a mimic weekend out there, and the team and I, they really have prepared me for a lifelong career of success and financial security, thanks to the good instructors and the good people of the Phoenix Education Group Incorporated. I have everything I need. All the tools are in place for me to survive this alien apocalypse, come out the other side, and, you know, make the Expendables 4. It's gonna be pretty goddamn sweet, Pete. The Resistance operatives disabled this bad boy. Resistance operatives. Now, I've done a Resistance Haven Tour defense in my day, Bradford, but if you bought that story, I really gotta wonder, just how drunk are you right now, John? I know I haven't been railing on you about the drinking as much as I normally do, because at this point, I've sort of become accustomed to it. It's just kind of part of the background noise of our relationship, really, your alcoholism at this point, but you sincerely believe that Resistance operatives who just get slaughtered by the droves when a Haven defense comes up, you believe those guys disabled an alien UFO, which I sort of have to assume was in flight at the time? It seems really, really, really unlikely, John. Really unlikely. So let's get to work here. Where's my Bruce Willis? First things first, we gotta have Bruce Willis go scout the scene. Where you at, though? That's Demi Moore. Don't want Demi Moore. Don't need a Harrison Ford. Don't need a Dame Judi Dench. What I need is a Bruce Diesoft Willis, and there he is. So Bruce, now we do have detection radius increases for the enemies because we got the Vigilant event that has come up. So we want to be a little more cautious with Bruce's first couple moves than we ordinarily would be. Plus, we're not on the turn timer until we encounter and destroy a pod. So initial setup here, maybe we just take a few turns, move around, and get the pieces scattered around the board the way we really want them. And ultimately what that means is Pete's going to play like a conservative chicken shit and not do anything risky at all, so that I can find the first pod and get ready to completely eradicate it upon first encountering. And I am testing out some new recording software with this episode. Switched over to OBS Studios. For whatever reason, they did an update when DirectX 12 came out, and OBS Classic, which is what I had been using, does not play well with DX12. Even a little, not even at all. It's the anti-Julia Stiles. It definitely hates everything about you, especially the way that it doesn't hate you, not even at all. No, it hates that most of all. So I'm curious about the file size on the video, so I may cut this a little bit shorter than normal just for testing purposes. We'll see. We'll see how it feels. I'm keeping a close eye on the timer. If this one is a little short, though, don't expect a change in like an overall format. It's just I'm a little curious about this one, and I want to see how big it's going to come out with these new settings, because the quality should be maybe, I don't want to say a little better. It should be very similar, because ideally the settings should be identical to what I had previously been using, but OBS Studios does seem like a little bit more of a slick program, although earlier today I did do a little test with some Twitch streaming, and I was having a massive problem with dropped frames. I don't know if that's a problem switching over to OBS Studios, or maybe that problem isn't local to my ISP, or possibly Twitch itself. I had heard some other people complaining that Twitch was a little wonky today. We'll, we'll have to give it due course and investigate what's going on. But if this video is a little shorter, that's why. So here's our first pod. It consists of 1 Grenadier and what appears to be 1 Advent Officer. Does anybody have line of sight on those guys? Because I don't want to move unless we have good vision, so we know where their detection tiles are. Okay, Sly Stallone can see that guy. Fantastic. Okay, that means old Bruce Diesoft Willis should be able to get up here and give us a little closer look. What's the 411 there, Brucey? You actually can't see jack shit? I don't think we want to activate this pod this turn. This seems like an extraordinarily bad idea. We also don't want to just stumble into them. These are all detection tiles, huh? What about this? You detection tile? Yeah, we're getting detected everywhere we go there. If these guys continue to patrol this way, that gets Bruce Willis busted. If somebody's going to have their cover busted, the person I would least appreciate having it happen to is actually Bruce Willis. So Morgan Freeman, let's bring you up here. Let's give the AI an opportunity to maybe stumble into us. They want to walk into an Overwatch trap. I'm really totally comfortable with letting them do that. Papa Bear, we're going to need you in a position where you can Overwatch if the opportunity arises. Put you over here, put you on Overwatch. Why does everybody have a little debuff icon? What is our debuff? Increased detection. Oh, gotcha, okay. That's a very interesting way to have coded that at. Rather than make the AI just generically have a larger detection radius, the way they actually implemented that into the game is to give our soldiers a debuff. That's really weird, but also, you know, that's kind of an intriguing way to do it because it makes abilities, I'm assuming that's what makes abilities like Conceal even function. Those are probably all linked to where our soldier just has the opposite of that debuff at all times. That's interesting. It's not really. I mean, it's more just like a curiosity of game design, but, you know, it's not. It's something to fill the time while I just shuffle these guys around the board a little bit. That's me distracting you from the fact that what I'm doing is extraordinarily dull. Okay, well, there's our chrysalid soldier. These guys are going to wander over here, and somebody... Are we still in cover, or is somebody going to get spotted here? We have cover from every direction to this pod? I would not have expected that. Can we still see the chrysalid? No, we cannot. So he is under cover. We're going to need to bring him out of said cover. So the question then becomes, how do we want to activate this pod? And I think the best way to do it is just have Demi Moore walk up here and start shooting people. So, Demi, come on up here. One of these guys may straight up get killed in the opening salvo. Demi has a really strong chance of just killing that grenadier. She's going to take a shot at this guy. This may not result in a kill shot. It did get us 10 damage, though, which is pretty solid output. Who else is shooting? Oh, this guy wandered into Morgan Freeman's zone of terror as well, huh? Well, get close combat specialist then. And that guy's going to get Demi Moore. Demi? Right in the spine! Did you see that? She cored him like an apple.
Before you get too close.
You poor miserable son of a bitch. Demi Moore has ruined you. Well then. That turn went considerably better than I would have expected. I'm going to go ahead and scanning protocol here because if that chrysalid is burrowed, I need to know where it's at. Let's get the scan up. Show me what, give me the dank 411. Oh, he's on the roof of the ship. Interesting. Also, not where I would have expected him to have been. But also, not necessarily a problem for us. So, Bruce Willis, if we have you jump up here with your little grapple shot. Can you hurl a proximity mine at that man? I mean, he's up there, and you can totally see him now. Can you also totally hurl a proximity mine into his mouth? Oh, that's real good. Yeah, chuck a proximity mine into his face. That will not break Bruce's concealment either, by the way. Demi Moore still has an action. She could run and gun. We may be able to kill this chrysalid right now. Harrison Ford, can you, if you get up here, will you have a shot at that guy? You will, and you're an excellent marksman. I'm going to trust you to pop this pod here, Harrison. Give me a... Okay, you're spotted. I'm assuming by the chrysalid, since it's the only thing you can see, that means it should be also the only thing that can see you. Go ahead and take the shot. 9 damage, sping 2 off the armor. We're going to get some more action out of this explosive, though. Oh, that guy did not get a reaction? Huh. We did we activate? Okay, there's an Archon and 2 kinds of Vipers down underneath him, but it doesn't appear like we activated those guys. Demi, I don't want you to go anywhere. Morgan Freeman, I don't want you to go anywhere either. Dame Judi Dench, you don't really have a shot or an opportunity to get a shot. But we could have Willie Schatz get some work in up here. If we, are you going to be able to see him? You can. I think we just have William Shatner go for the kill here. This is going to leave us a little more vulnerable when it comes to dealing with the sectopod, but if we can get the kill early... Oh, fantastic work destroying everyone's cover with your takeoff there. Yes, well, have you ever tried to go from 0 to warp factor 12 without causing a little collateral damage, Pete? It's just not that easy. 8 to 10 damage on this guy that pierces his armor. What if we just hit him with a rupture? Rupture is auto-critical. There's a real non-zero chance this kills him. I think it's worth the risk as well. Yep, there we go. Melted his ass. 17 damage. Man, that's brutal. I'm really starting to come around to that whole rupture ability. At first, I didn't think I was really going to appreciate it that much, but I've used it twice now, and both times we've gotten pretty amazing results. Superior autoloader. Could we get anything other than autoloaders? How many autoloaders do I have to get before you give me an expanded magazine, which is really what I need more of more than anything else. I need more expanded magazines more than I need any other mod, and all I keep getting is friggin' autoloaders. And you're saying, Pete, you don't even have arm to the teeth yet, and yes, you're not wrong. Demi Moore, I'm just gonna go and reload. You're not wrong, we don't have arm to the teeth yet. That's true, but I mean, it's only a matter of time until we get it. It really is only a matter of time. Are we spotted here? No. Let's go ahead and Morgan Freeman just advance to this point. Drop him into Overwatch. But something that's inevitable, it's like an Anne Boleyn song. It is inevitable that we will get armed to the teeth. I want to be ready for it. I want to have the mods so that we can immediately gear up the team, have them go in there, start putting foot to ass for their country. Also, I know it seems like a cop-out, but again, we are doing a little bit of testing here. In the interest of not losing any footage, I'm going to cut this episode here. I'm curious about the file size. So, I'm sorry, I apologize, but once in a while, you know, technology changes. You got to adapt. It's adapt to survive, man. If you don't adapt, Charles Darwin has taught us that you'll wind up like those Galapagos turtles. If you don't adapt, people come to your island and fucking eat all of you. Literally, they just eat all of you to extinction. So much to the point that when they return to their port of origin, some guy who's offloading the ship goes, you know, it says we got 60 of these weird turtles on the manifest. Where are they? And then there's just a guy standing there going, yeah, about them turtles. And he's picking his teeth with a toothpick made out of turtle shell. I don't want that to happen to me. I gotta adapt to survive. So this is me adapting. If you enjoyed the episode, thanks very much for watching. Of course, if you enjoyed it, drop a like down in the comment section. Your support really does mean a lot. I, once again, apologize about the cop-out, but if you'd like to see more future cop-outs, I'm a cheap bastard, you might consider subscribing as well because, as just mentioned, cheap bastard, what can I say? Right now, though, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you again soon.